paper is on charting the course of unpredictable and artificial intelligence-based study of myopic progression. We have no financial disclosures. As we know, myopia is recognized as one of the most significant causes of blindness worldwide. High myopes are at higher risk of developing sight-threatening complications like early onset cataract, open-angle glaucoma, and degenerative retinal changes. The risk factors. The process of emmetropization is in such a way as to match the increasing axial length of the eye with the focal lengths of the cornea and crystalline lens. In myopes, this process gets accelerated and overshoots emmetropization. Younger age at myopia onset is associated with the faster myopia progression independent of other risk factors. Environmental factors also play an important role in the myopia progression. Increasing spend time outdoors is effective in attenuating the onset of myopia, even though there is no evidence about the progression of myopia. Reading at very close distances and more periods of time can also lead to progression of myopia. So why this study? Myopia was mostly studied in terms of axial elongation of the eye, which is the major etiological factor. There is scanty literature on the contributory factors other than axial length. So to reduce the financial burden on the society as well as to improve the quality of life, it's very essential to prevent myopia development as well as progression. We have a whole lot of parameters from Pentacam HR and Corvis ST. But what are we going to do with this? So to find out the better markers of myopia progression, here is the answer, artificial intelligence. It helps in interpreting these parameters and helps to choose the right parameters for studying myopia and its progression. So we framed our research question, can we actually predict the progression of myopia in children by means of AI using methods other than axial length? Our aim was to predict the progression of myopia using Pentacam HR and Corvis ST indices by means of AI. This is a retrospective study done in 150 eyes of children between 4 to 18 years from 2017 to 19 at Narayan Nethralaya, Bangalore. We have included children with a mean refractive spherical equivalent less than -9 diopter, excluded children with a keratoconus, corneal skull, allergic eye disease, strabismus, contact lens use, glaucoma, history of trauma, and prior surgery. Took a detailed history, vision examination according to the age-appropriate charts, orthoptic evaluation, anterior posterior segment evaluation, and cycloplegic refraction, and calculated the MRSC as sphere plus half of the cylinder. We define myopia progression as more than -0.5 diopter per increase per year. At each visit, we have done a Pentacam HR and Corvis ST, and each visit as baseline visit as well as every follow-up. The corneal deformation waveform profile and the intraocular pressure profile we have solved using a new viscoanalytical model and found out the corneal stiffness, extraocular stiffness, and extraocular viscosity. So the prediction was based on tomographical and biomechanical indices only, and then a combination of both, which is around 183 indices. From this, it was reduced to 25 best parameters based on the information gain, which is cross-validated using artificial intelligence algorithm known as random forest algorithm, present in the Orange 3.12 package. Random forest artificial intelligence algorithm is a supervised machine learned algorithm which has an ensemble of decision trees. It prioritizes the parameters according to the in a hierarchical system. So this Pentacam HR and Corvis ST using our artificial intelligence algorithm found out the best parameters in each case. So these were the best parameters in each case, and in the Pentacam HR, the best parameters were wavefront error astigmatism and wavefront error comma, and in the Corvis ST, high convex time, average densitometry at the anterior 120 micron annulus, and corneal stiffness. So this AI model achieved an area under the curve of 0.77, predicting the progression or stability with a good level of accuracy. To summarize my results, the parameters which showed the most significant influence was high convex time. The rate of progression was more in the 4 to 8 years of age group, and the random forest classifier reported confusion matrix showed 75.4% accurate classification of progressing eyes and 73.3% classification of stable eyes. 17 out of the best parameters which influenced the random forest model were Pentacam HR parameters. We know that myopia and its progression was mostly studied in terms of axial elongation of eye. In our study, we used biomechanical and topographical indices, parameters other than axial length, and predicted the progression by means of AI. Our AI model was able to predict the progression with a good level of accuracy. Pentacam HR and Corvis ST parameters were found to have equal power in predicting the myopic progression. In future, Studies in predicting just from biomechanics and topography, as well as incorporating axial length and larger sample size, would be required to improve and validate our current results. And artificial intelligence with more comprehensive neural network also should be studied to predict the myopic progression further. So to conclude, biomechanical and topographical indices were able to predict the progression using this AI method. This association could help in studying myopia and its progression better. Earlier detection of myopic progression and thus identifying those at risk of high myopia would especially benefit from myopia control measures like atropine eye drops. Thank you.
What you were saying, these parameters are corneal. By and large, they are corneal parameters, what you are saying.
Yes, sir.
Most of the myopia, this is axial. So it's not a curvature myopia. Now we are trying to find a correlation between curvature myopia and axial myopia, something like that.
Yes.
Are we trying to?
Yes. Sir, we have used a modified viscoanalytical model. So from that, the Corvi ST actually calculates the total deformation. So from the total deformation, using a special equation, we have deducted the corneal deformation and found out the extraocular deformation. Because as we know, myopia is due to the degradation of the scleral collagen network. So we have no other instruments to get the extraocular deformation. So we have with a special model calculated the extraocular parameters and found out the progression.
Very, very good study. Very nice. Very interesting. Thank you. Dr.
Thank you, sir.
The corneal thickness, was it anyway related, or the hysteresis of cornea, we say?
No, sir. Actually, the first study was about oral this ocular response analyzer, but that corneal hysteresis and corneal resistance factor was not, the results were not consistent. So that's why we have come out with this method, Corvi ST and Pentacamature.
Okay. Very good. Very good study.
Thank you, ma'am.
You are saying that the axial length and the scleral rigidity and corneal issue, they are related, so probably they affect one affects the other, something like that.
There are no instruments to calculate the extraocular deformation. So we have calculated the total deformation. From that, we have deducted the corneal deformation to find out the extraocular deformation, which is the etiological factor for the progression of myopia.